I would now like to introduce Erica Shashinsky, who will introduce tonight's keynote speaker.
Good evening, everyone. It's hard to believe that our journey through nursing school is coming to an end. And honestly, there were times when I thought I wasn't going to make it to this day. But I am honored and thrilled to be here this evening, not only to congratulate my fellow graduates, but to extend our gratitude as a class to all of our faculty and staff who worked so hard to get us to where we are today. We were asked as a class to choose our keynote speaker, which was a rather easy task compared to some of the other things they've been asking us to do here at nursing school. And one instructor in particular has been pivotal to our success in completing this program. He always makes time for his students, whether they need help in open lab or just want to talk about life. He helps break up the monotony of lectures by sharing stories and keeping us laughing. He helps keep us grounded when we feel stressed and reassures us when we have doubts. He encourages us to strive for excellence and to take pride in ourselves and our hard work. One of my favorite things about this instructor is his unwavering confidence in all of us. He's always saying things like, "You'll do fine, don't worry." And I'm really gonna miss hearing that. This instructor is dedicated to his students, the nursing profession, and his family. And I feel very privileged from having the opportunity to learn from him. And I'm honored to introduce to you our keynote speaker, Mr. Mark Barrow.
I'm short. Wow, you made it. That's what your instructors are going to say next week. So, welcome to Dr. Dupe, other administrators, distinguished guests, nursing instructors, family, and of course, graduating class of 2023. I'm very proud of you. Apart from being exhausted, stressed, financially unstable, socially isolated, and nearing a mental breakdown, nursing school hasn't been that bad the past 2 years. Yeah. So, we have learned these past 2 years many things, such as even if it's just a scenario, it's not appropriate to call the mannequin Bud. It's all right to tell your patient in the hospital that, yes, indeed, I have given sub-Q heparin, or you have in the lab, but you're not lying. So, becoming a hypochondriac after each lecture. One does not die if they break sterility in the lab. Chocolate, coffee, and Cheetos are not part of the 4 food groups. And yes, all instructors do make mistakes, and we have to admit it. I have had the privilege of working and instructing and interacting with this amazing group of graduate nurses for the last 2 years. Their professionalism and commitment to learning was a breath of fresh air. Today, as we look at these amazing graduate nurses, and very soon to be registered nurses, right? We should all feel a sense of pride for what they have accomplished. Their determination to make the best of a situation while shifting from a virtual platform to hands-on has demonstrated this adaptability and flexibility they will need to be a nurse today and in the future. It is a unique profession, this thing called nursing, in which you use your mind, heart, physical being, and your soul to tend for the suffering of others. Also, it's a unique time for this profession, as the medications, therapies, and technology administration that are administered by the hands of nurses are developing at an incredibly rapid pace. Every part of you is slowly learning to do all these things. This is no small thing that you have signed up to do, so thank you for rising up to the challenge with such courage. Remember what I've told you many, many times the past 2 years, that this will be the hardest degree that you'll ever get. All future degrees will be minor in comparison. We hear many times that the nurse is an unsung hero. I would like to imagine a different world where nurses are no longer the nameless ones, but the ones that take the limelight. Understandably, this is not necessarily our comfort zone, but one we need to practice and promote in our profession. We come from a long history of perception of eating our young, especially those that stand up and are brave. Historically, for a profession that cares, we have not cared for each other as well as we can. Enough of that. We need to promote that speaking up in nursing is not only beneficial for ourselves, but for our colleagues as well. Imagine a world where the nurse is the reason that the patients choose that certain hospital. Patients research the nurse-to-patient ratio, the average years of practice of the nurses, even their educational level. Imagine a world where the nurses on the local media station talking about health and wellness, our own daytime talk show instead of Dr. Oz. We as a group need to take center stage. We need to choose to find our voice and speak up. We need to choose joy. We cannot allow a bad day to take us down to a negative town. We need to choose to believe that we make a difference and our work has purpose and meaning every single day. Nursing has taught me more about myself than I have ever anticipated. It requires self-reflection and openness. And I'm thankful for the unique perspective that this profession has given me. Now, under every graduate seat is an envelope. Please look for it. No, I'm not messing with you. Trust me. Inside is an image of the individual that you will answer to. Stop. It started when you first entered this program and will follow you the rest of your life. If that individual is not happy with your decisions, attitude, or focus, remember, you will have to answer to this person and this individual only. Your journey will be your own. Don't be afraid of change and look for ways to inspire, influence our own profession. To be daring and to speak up. Be brave. Sometimes you'll find yourself in a position to step back in order to step forward. Take it. Sometimes you might find yourself in a conflict. Don't be afraid to embrace it and talk it out. One day you might find that you are ready for the next challenge. Say yes. On a particular day or for many weeks, you might find yourself complaining about your work or patients. Stop it and find out why. The great thing about nursing is that you can move on to a different niche until you find the right one. Imagine the impact that 20 million nurses could have on the world if we all cared just a little bit more. So tonight, please, go celebrate with your classmates, friends, and family, and when you wake up tomorrow, go to the mirror, look at yourself, smile, and state, I made it. I'm going to make a great nurse. We are all proud of each and every one of you. Now go make yourselves proud of being the best nurse you can, and remember, we will always be there for you.